What is up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. I got something pretty exciting for you guys today. I was able to go ahead and pick up another project. Some of you guys may already know what it is, but for those who don't, let me give you a little backstory on what this is. For a while, I've been looking for a white car, specifically white. I have all the parts to build a Polestar VZR. The way I would want to build it as far as wheels, brakes, suspension goes, and a couple of cosmetic bits. So I was looking for a Polestar VZR, whether it be hatch or a sedan. I missed out on a sedan. Dave Singh knows I totally dropped the ball on that sedan, that Polestar VZR sedan, but I've been on the hunt for one for quite a while, just because I've never owned a white car really. So definitely I wanted to buy a white car. So it just so happens I had kind of given up on looking for a white car for a while, but it had to be front-wheel drive SR20 just because I have pretty much all the parts to build one as far as headers and as far as ECUs and all that kind of stuff goes. I was just on Instagram one day and a good guy, I'm gonna say now he's a friend, right? A good guy by the name of Justin Woodham, he posted up his P10 for sale. I was very surprised because his P10 is one that I've been following for quite a while, just because he has that same passion and drive for quality parts and doing things the right way. And he's very interested in driving the car that he was building. So that was very important to me too, that he was making it to be a driver, not just some, trailer queen or some show queen. I've been missing my P10 since I sold it in LA. I never felt like I finished it all the way I would want to finish it, just because I have so many other projects going on. But I will say that we're jumping back into this one. This one's maybe, I'm gonna say 80 to 90% complete, besides some cosmetic things that I will take care of at some point, and I'll show you guys in a second, as much as I can. I don't want to push this too far out to where I can't push it back into the garage. But let's look at the car. Let's look at the current state. I'll show you as much as I can. I'm a little squeezed in here, but I'll show you what I can show you. So let's go ahead and go through the car a little bit. All right, so here's the car. Well, at least the front end of it. As you guys can see, it looks a little different in the front as far as compared to a regular G20. And that's because the car has Moret headlights. For those of you that are old school and recognize what this car is and know what this car is, this is Uncle Joe's screen name's old Panda. And it was dubbed the Panda because it had a carbon fiber hood, and the Morets, when he had them on, and I believe with the same impul grille, they were all blacked out. I'll put a picture up so you guys can see it. But also he did have the EGT kit. At that point he had the bottom half where that body line is right there. He had that bottom half blacked out. He had the side skirts also blacked out, and the lip on the rear bumper was blacked out too. Since then, Justin acquired the car. I believe he purchased it from Rodney. This elusive Rodney keeps popping up in all these weird purchases. But it looks like Rodney was the one that sold him the chassis, at least with the engine, I believe. Not quite sure how that story goes, but in any way, Justin has been putting this car back together for the past, I believe, almost 2 years, and he has gone above and beyond, replacing parts everywhere that he can. The car currently, and I can show you guys as we walk through my mess here and try to squeeze through here, I can show you. The car for the most part looks exactly the same as when Joe had it, but Justin went ahead and painted quite a bit of the pieces on it, went ahead and cleaned up a lot of the fitment on it, and he was really going through a lot of the car. The car came as is, it's not running. Justin was able to go ahead and do as much as he could to it, but there's just so many parts that go along with it. When I purchased the vehicle, it looks more like I purchased parts and the car came for free, because there's just so much. Let's go ahead and show you what else came with the vehicle. All right, so just got back with the car yesterday. I'll show you guys how much more. Yeah, that's quite a lot of stuff that I have to sift through and decide what stuff that I want to keep, that I will need for the car, and what stuff I will not keep and sell. It just doesn't make sense to keep all of this stuff. A lot of it is redundant, and I understand why Justin has all of it, because he wanted to have things he may need. He'd rather have things instead of need them and not have them. So I totally get it. I'd rather have them and not need them instead of need them and not have them. That's kind of the mentality, but I have to sift through a lot of this to fit this in my storage because it's just so much. I really do have to go ahead and through it. There's quite a bit of JDM extra pieces in here. There's quite a bit of extra panel pieces. You can see the fenders in there. There's wheels that I bought from them as well that came with me purchasing the vehicle. It's quite a bit. As you can see, wheel barrels there that go to the Nismo LM GT2s that come with the car, and just extra bits. So I do have to sift through a lot of this stuff before I put it into storage, because I can't just store all of this. A lot of it is quite redundant. It has a full EGT kit, so that is legit EGT. In-pull wing, in-pull grill that you guys saw with the Morettes. He did have window tint on the car. Oh man, let me go ahead and squeeze through here. He did have window tint on the car, but I had that removed before I picked it up because I hate window tint. And inside the interior, as you guys can see, pretty clean. He went ahead and replaced all the interior bits with pretty much black everywhere. And even the dash and things like that, he took out, had all that UV protected. Quite a bit of money was spent on replacing a lot of these things. Justin spared no expense, and I can really appreciate what he did here, because I think a lot of people don't quite understand what it costs to do these things. It's so expensive when you put everything together, because these parts are hard to find, they're hard to come by, and really it just gets so overwhelming. The car came with a 320 millimeter brand new Momo steering wheel, which Justin wanted to keep, so there is a new steering wheel coming, and I have to find out what is going on with the car. Again, there's so many things that the car has, especially here in the engine bay. What this is SR20 VE that Justin rebuilt himself, so it has a fresh head gasket. Not that there was anything wrong with the motor, but he wanted to go ahead and go through the motor. All new OEM seals, all new gasket kit, brand new head gasket, powder coated valve cover, new air idle control valve. He even went as far as buying a new intake pipe for it because the other one was a little dry rotted. So that's all new OEM. Pretty much every nut and bolt in this engine bay was brand new OEM. It has a Koyo B13 radiator. So this is the R1977, super hard to find, which now I guess I own 3 of these things. Brand new Fujitsu header, has 0 miles on it because the car has never been started. Brand new Fujitsu header, all new hardware, brand new Fujitsu exhaust all the way back. Couple of things you guys may notice also, it has a Nismo strut bar for a P10, so that's rare. You don't see that very often. Brand new Fortunato coilovers. These are brand new 500s. He just got those from me. I just ordered these for him not too long ago. The car also has 11.75 inch stop techs. Currently, if I can squeeze in here, it's on BBS LM wheels, and you can kind of see the stop techs in there as I squeeze through the side here. But brand new, 0 miles. In the chassis, it actually has the subframe, I should say, it has all the Charlie Salazar aluminum bushings for the subframe. It has all the bushings in the cross member as well, which is a P11 cross member. All the motor mounts are Charlie Salazar motor mounts. I mean, most of all the AC components were replaced. New condenser, new compressor, new O-rings, new hardline. Well, except for this one. Everything was removed. He took everything out of the engine bay, had it resprayed the original white color. He had all the pieces resprayed the white color. It's just so much. And it's so appreciated because many people think that it's easy to build these things, and it really isn't. In all the stuff that I have in that trailer, there's extra set of fog lights, there's extra set of JDM headlights and corner lights, There's extras of the inside. The Recaro seats that are in it are LXBs, I believe, and those are pretty much brand new. They are actually brand new, so nobody's, maybe only Justin, but nobody else has farted in them at this point. It does have a carbon fiber hood, new aero catch hood pins, new trim. This is something I don't see on P11s.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Very often is he was able to source new belt moldings here all the way around and brand new door handles. I don't like the chrome, but he included brand new black ones as well. So these are gonna get swapped out to black. But the biggest issue right now, and the reason why you see my multimeter out here, or at least my power probe connected here, is because the car won't start. So he didn't have time to finish it, but the car won't start. And I'm trying to figure out why it won't start. So we have no fuel, that's for sure. The only reason we have any fuel pressure, which I just added this gauge just to be able to go ahead and diagnose that, is no fuel pressure. I was able to put fuel pressure in it by hot wiring the pump. The pump is good. So we have no fuel pressure, no fuel. I'm not quite sure yet because I haven't dove in it. Again, I just got this car in last night and I just pushed it into the into my garage today, so I'm not quite sure what's keeping it from turning on at this point. But I will tell you guys that it looks like to me, and I just spoke to Justin, so Justin is completely correct. He's a Nissan Master Tech, so I take his word as gospel. He was correct, I was wrong. Pump is good. So the only things that are going to keep this car from turning on at this point is either no power to the ECU, which I check, or if there is power to the ECU is bad. So I have to test that ECU and check for power at the ECU. But I checked all the relays are good. I checked all the fuses are good. I checked, I have to check for power at the ECU. When the key is turned into the on position, the fuel pump does not prime. So Justin is correct in his assessment in thinking that the ECU is not getting power, which is keeping power to be sent to the fuel pump to turn on the car, because everything is plugged in. The car does have, and I will say, the car does have a completely aftermarket wiring harness. The wiring harness is made by, I'm not sure if he has a PhD or not, but he is a doctor from what I understand, but he is a doctor of looms. So it does have a Dr. Looms, let's see if I can get in there. You guys can see it, right? That's it. So it does have a Dr. Looms full custom wire harness. From my understanding, the car, he wanted to go ahead and just have a whole new wire harness. He sent a uncut 96 wiring harness to Dr. Looms. Dr. Looms, Daniel, was able to go ahead and make a complete harness for the car. And so all that is plugged in. Everything is ready to go. So I don't suspect that the harness is the issue. I've heard nothing but positive things of Dr. Looms harnesses. And unfortunately, I've heard nothing but bad things about the Boost & Co harnesses. So maybe I can compare them. I actually have the Boost & Co harness that was made for this car before it was a complete mess. And Justin went ahead and decided to do the Dr. Looms harness, which is a much higher quality harness. I haven't compared the two. I haven't pulled the Boost & Co harness out of the box, but I will look at that for you guys. I'm gonna go to my storage later today, maybe, if not next week. I believe I have a B14 ECU. When I go to my storage and look for that B14 ECU, if it's the correct, I don't remember. I'll check. I'll go ahead and pull that ECU, and if I can go ahead and swap it out with this one and it turns on, then I know it's an ECU problem. The ECU that it has in it now is a Jim Wolf ECU. Well, it's a B14 ECU with the Jim Wolf daughter board in it. And so that was gonna at least keep it simple to go ahead and get it started. But now we have to figure out if that is going to be the issue here. But I have to sort through all the parts. Like I told you guys, I kind of want to just give you a quick introduction of what's coming going forward and where this car is at. So it's a fuel issue. If you guys have any other suggestions, you old heads, you P10 experts, you guys that follow this channel, put it down in the comments. What else do you suspect? Where else should I look to make sure this car starts? Well, wow, yeah, guys, this is gonna be the next project. I'm hoping, my dream is to be able to get this thing running, get it running before May, June-ish time. Get Justin down here and be able to have him drive it up the tail of the Dragon. That'd be kind of cool. And then we can have like a front wheel drive SR20 day between him and I. Maybe even Troy McCown if he wants to come down and join us and confirm with me that he wants to join us if his car's running as well. And do that so you guys can meet Justin. Good guy, very good guy. Uh-oh. Oh, Justin. No. No. You're missing one big piece here. It doesn't have a tranny saver bracket, man. What is going on? Now I have to give Miko my money and buy a tranny saver bracket because I think I used up all the tranny saver braces that I had from the ones that I made. And so, yeah, dang it. I hate giving Miko my money. You guys know who Miko is. If the old school guys know who Miko is, we just hate giving him our money. But sometimes he's the one that has the parts. Man, let me show you one thing that I'm very excited about, guys. This is something I'm super excited about. You guys know I'm a total wheel whore. Maybe I can show you guys this. Hold on. Oh, by the way, Justin gave me quite a lot of paperwork here. If I have any reading time, just Nissan diagnostic stuff. But I mean, like guys, I don't want to show his address or anything like that, but like this just stacks. This is a stack of just receipts of everything you bought. Like there's thousands of dollars and stuff that Justin was buying and putting on this car. It's just crazy. The car does come with the super hard to find unobtainium 16 by 8 plus 35 4x114 Rega Master Evo. Super sick, made in Russia wheels, so those will get new tires. These will be the tires, these will be the wheels that the car will be primarily on. The BBS wheels are cool and everything, but they're just not me. This is more me. This is more, you know, the full tuner kind of setup for me. This is where it's at for me. In the box there's LMGT2 Nismo wheels in 17 by 7. He did add in the purchase a 17 by 8 barrels, but I don't know if I'll even be running those wheels at any point either. So there are certain things that will have to go for sale to accommodate other things that the car will need as I go forward with this project. So that's going to be very important for me to do, is, you know, consolidate a lot of the parts that Justin had for it so that it covers the cost of finishing the car. So I think that's the smartest way to go about it, because as you guys know, I not only have this project, but I also have my red car, which is still in California, which I'm still acquiring parts for. I also still have my black Sentra. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. This is just a quick intro on the next project. I'll go ahead and try to chronicle this along until the day that I get this running. And then, like I said, I hope to at some point have Justin out here and be able to drive it. That's my ultimate goal, is to finish it so that he can enjoy the fruits of his labor, really, because he's the one that got it this far and was willing to bring it back. I'm just gonna go ahead and push it over the finish line pretty much for him to go ahead and see it all the way through and finish. So that's really what I want to do. Man, it is cold today, but I am sorry, Justin. Again, some of the stuff has to go. It's too much. It's too much stuff. I can't have this much stuff. I have a storage full with a black car in it, and wheels and suspensions and transmissions and all kinds of additional stuff. I can't handle all this stuff. This is just way too much. It's way too much. So consolidation will be key. You guys will probably see a lot of for sale posts on my Instagram. You guys will probably see a lot of for sale posts on my Facebook page. Some of this stuff has to go to a new home. Maybe somebody else out there can use them. Oh, I will say this. If anybody out there who is running the Koyo R1977 radiator on their P10, if If any one of you is running that radiator, or yeah, because this one's thicker even than a Mishimoto. Like, this is the thick boy of thick boys. If you're running this specific radiator, were you able to run the OEM overflow tank? I'm very curious to find out, because this is also missing an overflow tank, and the B13 one doesn't fit. The rail isn't low enough like it is on a B13 where it wouldn't hit the hood. So if you have one out there and it fits, let me know. I'd like to know. Hey guys, future me, sorry to interrupt the video, but turns out that in my rummaging of all the stuff that was in that truck, I was able to find a overflow tank for a P10. I just cleaned it up, washed it out. It's not the cleanest or the best, but at least the cap is still yellow, which is good. So let's find out if this actually fits in the correct place with the R1977 radiator. So here goes, the bracket's right there. It's a brand new bracket too, by the way, that Justin put in there. So the corner right here on this radiator is much bigger than the standard P10 radiator. Justin has all fresh new gasketry everywhere as well. In front of the condenser, so it was a little tight when I put this in.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
But this is how it goes. Here, we're making all this noise. And there it is. Boom, done. Sorry, that was just a quick interruption. Back to the video at hand. Hey guys, future me again. Sorry to interrupt the video one more time. I couldn't help myself but to come in here and jump in this car and try to figure out what's going on, why the fuel pump is not priming, and why it looks like it is maybe an electrical issue at the ECU. So I went ahead and looked at the ECU itself. I checked pin number, I believe 61 is the pin that I was checking. If I look at my, yeah, pin number 61 is the power supply for this ECU, and turns out it got 12 volts to it. Boom. So almost 12 volts. The car isn't on, it's just the ignition is in the on position, and when I turn the key in the off position, 12.35 volt. So when I turn the key on though, there is no check engine light that usually comes on for a second, then comes off. And again, the fuel pump is not priming at all. So we got power at the ECU. The check engine light is not turning on. It makes me suspect that the ECU itself might be bad. Okay, back to the video. Well guys, that is it. Please like and subscribe. I know over like 90% of the people that watch this video or these videos aren't subscribed. So if you are enjoying this kind of content and you want to follow along with what's gonna happen to this P10, like and subscribe. Quick. Just click that little button, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. I will promise to try to chronicle as much as I can of this car. Peace.